Hi children, how are you all? I hope all you are fine. Children, in the previous video what we discussed ma? We discussed about that ray and in the same way angles. Okay. In this video it's a continuation, concept 3 only continuation we will discuss here. What we will discuss in this video? Okay, types of angles. Before going to discuss about the types of angles, now here see that what about the degree? Okay, in which system we can measure that angle here. Okay, now here see that in sexagesimal system, what is that ma? Sexagesimal system. Actually we are having here circular system, like that some systems there, we will encourage just see that angles there, just measure that angles as grades. Okay, just like that z, and in the same way radians, like that we are having some measurements. Okay, but generally we will follow that sexagesimal system. What about that sexagesimal system? In this system one circular path, this is a circular path. Okay, one circular path is divided into 360 equal parts. How many equal parts ma? 360 equal parts. Okay, this circular path is divided into 360 equal parts like this. Understood ma? How many equal parts? In sexagesimal system, circular path is divided into 360 equal parts. Circular path is divided into 360 equal parts. Understood ma? How many equal parts are there? 360 equal parts are there. Each part will be considered as 1 degree. Okay, each part is called degree. Each equal part is called 360 equal parts no ma? Each part is called degree. Okay, and in the same way it is represented by the symbol small circle like this there ma. Okay, this is the symbol of degree. Okay, we will read this one as 1 degree, 2 degree, like that. Okay, one part is called here 1 degree. Here one part is called, one part is equal to 1 degree. Understood? This is the representation. 2 parts means 2 degrees. 3 parts means 3 degrees. Okay, 2 parts we will take means that is 2 parts 2 degrees. 3 parts 3 degrees. And in the same way totally how many equal parts are there ma? 360 equal parts. Then if you will take that 360 equal parts, take it as 360 degrees. Understood ma? So here to here it just like that, see that here like this, some other angles also there, no, like this there, some spokes. Okay, now here the angle between any 2 spokes is 1 degree. Understood? Why? Because this is divided into totally 360 equal parts, no? So the angle between any two consecutive lines, okay, by taking that lines only we are separating, no, this one. So in between any 2 lines, what is that angle means? 1 degree. Okay, in between 2 here see that if you will take the 2 parts, that is 2 degree. Here this is 2 degree. Actually this is 1 degree and this is 1. 1 plus 1 2. 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, like that. Totally how many equal parts are there ma? 360 equal parts are there. Then here how many degrees are there here? 360 degrees are there. Understood? Now here see that this one only we will tell this one as a complete angle. We will call this one as a complete angle. One complete angle is having that how many degrees ma? 360 degrees. Okay. Now here see that types of degrees. Did you understand what about that degree here? Now see that types of angles. Types of angles, the first one is 0 angle. Okay, actually we are having some types of angles, no? Now here say that first one 0 angle. Second one is acute angle. Acute angle. Third one is obtuse angle. Third one is right angle. right angle. Okay, fourth one is obtuse angle. Understood ma? Next fifth one is straight angle. Next sixth one is reflex angle. Reflex angle. Seventh one is complete angle. Understood ma? These are the types of angles. So children, first see that individually each angle. Okay, first angle is, what is that ma? Zero angle. Zero angle means what? First see here. Zero angle means angle will be formed in between any two rays, right? Now here two rays. This is OB, this is O, and this is OA. Understood ma? What we will call that OB here? OB is called here initial ray or fixed ray. OA is called here terminal ray. Okay. Now here see that if that terminal ray coincides with OB, then what will happen here? Terminal ray moves in clockwise direction and the terminal ray coincides with the ray fixed ray. Coincides with a fixed ray. Then what will happen here? This is OB. OB. Okay. Now here this terminal ray coincides with exactly overlapped on the ray OB. Okay. Now what will happen here? These two becomes here coincidence. Okay. This is OA. Now OA is coincide with OB. Then what will happen here? Is there any angle formed in between those two rays ma? Not formed here any angle here. We cannot observe here any angle in between OA and OB. Why? Because in between OA and OB there is no place here. Okay, there is no such reason here. Understood? Why? Because here those two rays also overlapped on each other. And in the same way OA is coincides with OB. Okay, in that middle any place is there ma? There is no place. That's why here there is no reason means there is no angle will be formed here. That's why here is there any angle we can observe here? We cannot observe any angle here. That's why we will call this one as zero angle. Zero angle means 0 degrees. So there is no angle will be formed in between these two rays. Understood? When we can say that if terminal ray coincides means overlapped with, okay ma, coincides with initial ray, then there is no angle will be formed. Then there is no angle will be formed. No angle will be formed. Understood? If the terminal ray coincides with a fixed ray or initial ray, then there is no angle will be formed. Then it is called zero angle. It is called zero angle. Zero angle means that is also one of the angle here that doesn't form any angle means that is zero angle. Okay, how to represent that angle? I told you ma, represent with a degree symbol. Okay, now here 0 degrees, how we can represent 0 degrees? This is the representation 0 degrees. Understood ma? Here see that terminal ray moves in a clockwise direction and coincides with OB. Okay, then no angle will be formed here, then that angle is called 0 angle. Understood? Now here see that second one, acute angle. Acute angle means here, see that this is OB, this is OA. Okay ma? Actually this is that 90 degrees. This is a 90 degrees angle. Now here the angle between OA and OB is lies in between. Here this is a 90 degrees angle, no? Okay, in between 90 degrees and 0 degrees. Previously there is no angle will be formed. Okay, from that case onwards here it will be increased up to here, and that is lies in between 90 degrees and 0 degrees. We know that this is 0 degrees angle and this is a 90 degrees angle. exactly straight means this is 90 degrees angle. In between 90 degrees and 0 degrees, here we are having that angle, no? We can say this one as this angle lies in between. For example, represents with theta. Angle represent with the letter theta, the symbol theta. We will call this symbol as theta. Okay, ma. Now here theta is lies in between. Theta is lies in between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, which means the angle which is greater than 0 and less than 90 degrees, that angle is called acute angle. Understood, ma? If that ray is moves in anti-clockwise direction, means the angle will be in increasing order, no? Now here the angle which is lies in between 0 degrees and 90 degrees is called that acute angle. 0 degrees and 90 degrees means which angles we can consider here? 1 degree to 89 degrees. Any angle we can consider it as acute angle. Any angle we can consider it as 2 degrees acute angle, 3 degrees acute angle, 49 degrees acute angle, 50 degrees acute angle, 45 degrees acute angle, and in the same way 89 degrees acute angle. Okay, this is about that acute angle. Next we are having that right angle. So children, see that take this one as OB. Okay, this is OA. Okay, it is coincides with OB, means this is 0 degrees and this is acute angle, no? Okay, theta is lies in between 0 degrees and here see that ma totally 360 degrees, no? Now here 360 degrees by 4 parts. Why? Because here 4 parts there, no? 4 quadrants. 360 by 4 is equal to 90 degrees. Then here 0 to this part is 90 degrees and 90 to 90. 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 90, here this is 270. 270 plus 90, this is considered it as 360. 360 or 0 degrees. Understood, ma? See that 0 plus 90, this is 90. 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 90, 270. 270 plus 90, 360. Okay. Now the angle lies in between 0 and 90 degrees is called acute angle. I told you that. Now this angle is coincides with 90 degrees here. This is OA. This one moves in anti-clockwise direction and coincides with 90 degrees. Okay. Now the angle will be like this. Understood, ma? Now the angle like this only there, no? Here like this. This is 90 degrees. Okay. This is OB. This is OA. Understood? Then here what we can say that, ma, here if that OA is coincides with 90 degrees, then that angle is called right angle. Then here right angle measures how much, ma? 90 degrees. What is the measurement of right angle? 90 degrees measurement. Okay. This is about that right angle. Now here after right angle we are having that obtuse angle. Okay, again draw that 4 quadrants. One of that plane is divided into 4 parts. This is 0 degrees and 360 degrees, I told you, no? And in the same way here this is 90 degrees, this is 180 degrees, 270 degrees. Okay, this is that theta and this is OA. This is OB. Okay, if OA is lies in between 0 and 90, that is called acute angle. If that OA is coincides with 90 degrees, that is right angle. If that OA means that is a ray, no, terminal ray that is moves in anti-clockwise direction and that is lies in between 0 to 180 degrees. Okay, that is lies in between 0 to 180 degrees. Okay, ma? OA, OA. Now here the angle, now this one take it as another angle theta 2, this is theta 1. Now here theta 2 is lies in between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Okay, so the angle which is lies in this part, this is Q2. in that second quadrant. If that angle lies in that second quadrant and that is lies in between 90 to 180 degrees, lies in between 90 and 180 degrees, that one consider it as obtuse angle. So which angles we can take that one as obtuse angles ma? 91 degrees to 179 degrees, any angle we can say that one as obtuse angle. Okay, yes. Next we are having that straight angle. Okay, straight angle means, already I told you no, two opposite rays forms that OA and OB. Okay, somewhere the two also forms here one of the straight line, and those two also forms here one of the angle. Okay, why? Because the OA, that one moves in anti-clockwise direction, and that one forms here exactly comes opposite to OB. Then here OA and OB are opposite rays. Those two opposite rays forms here a straight line. Okay, that straight line forms an angle at O, that is 180 degrees. Okay, here you can observe that. Here you can observe no 180 degrees. This is 180 degrees angle. This is a straight line. On that straight line, this total angle is 180 degrees. Understood ma? Now here straight angle measures 180 degrees. What we can say about that straight angle here? Two opposite rays forms a straight angle. Forms a straight angle. Okay, another point is on this, forms a straight angle, and in the same way forms a straight line, no? First those two also forms a straight line. Next, on a straight line, straight angle will be formed at the point O. Straight angle will be formed at the point O. Clear ma? Then here what is the straight angle here? What is the measurement of straight angle? That is 180 degrees. Am I clear to you? Yes. Next we are having that reflex angle. What is that ma? Reflex angle. So reflex angle means what we can say here? Again draw that. A plane is divided into 4 parts. Okay, 0, 90, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. This is 360 degrees also, no? Okay, now here the ray OA lies in between 180 to 360 degrees. Okay, like this any angle will be formed means in between 180 degrees and 360 degrees, which means here why I drawn like this means actually here first we observed that one of the angle, that is OA. Okay, this is acute angle I told you, right? After that, if that one coincides with 90 degrees, that is a right angle. Now here that one lies in between 90 degrees and 180 degrees means that is here also A, that is obtuse angle. Now that the angle is lies in between, see here I will shade that. The angle is lies in between. Okay, which one I am shading now? Yes, pink ones. Okay, these angles, the angles which are lies in between 180 degrees and here take this one as theta, 180 degrees and 360 degrees. In between any angle we can consider it as a reflex angle. Understood ma? Then what we can say here, theta is lies in between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. Then we will call that angle as reflex angle. 180 degrees to 360 degrees means which angles we can consider here? 181 to 359 degrees. Any angle we can consider it as reflex angle. Understood ma? Yes. After this one we are having here the last and final angle, that is complete angle. Complete angle means what I told you that? Complete angle. See that? Again, the plane is divided into 4 parts. Okay, ma. This is OB. OA is that terminal ray, no? Now here see that one turns in this direction, anti-clockwise direction. After that it forms so many angles, no? After completion of these all angles, again OA is coincides with OB. See that, ma? At that starting 0 angle, what I told you, that in clockwise direction it moves and coincides with OB. At that cases, there is no angle will be formed in between OA and OB. Now here, this angle moves in anti-clockwise direction and after that it coincides with OB. OA, the terminal ray that moves in anti-clockwise direction, after completion of that all angles, again that one meets with OB. At that cases, here we can observe that this kind of angle, no, here. Okay, just observe that this is OB. After completion of that all the angles, here again OA is coincides with OB. This is OA. Then here we can observe that here this kind of angle here. Understood, ma? Which means here one complete angle, it completes that one complete rotation. Understood? After completion of one complete rotation, after completion of one rotation, OA is again coincides with OB. Then here it forms an angle 360 degrees. Okay, it forms one complete rotation, means we will call that one as complete angle. Then complete angle measures here 360 degrees. Understood, ma? This is about the types of angles. Okay, now here see that just at that starting I told you, no, types of angles here. Just to see that what are the measurements, once again just to recall that. 0 angle means 0 degrees. Acute angle means theta is lies in between. Theta is that instead of angle we taken the symbol as theta. Now here theta is lies in between 0 degrees and 90 degrees is called acute angle. Okay. Next, right angle means exactly measures 90 degrees. Next, obtuse angle means theta is lies in between 90 degrees and 180 degrees is called obtuse angle. Next, straight angle means exactly equals to 180 degrees. Okay, ma? Next, reflex angle means theta, the angle which is lies in between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. Clear? And in the same way, complete angle means 360 degrees. Okay, children, this is about that types of angles. After completion of this one, we are having that how to measure that angles. Already I told you, know, this is the measurement of angles, and we will know that 360 degrees and 360 equal parts, and each equal part we can consider it as a degree. So it can be represented as 1 degree, and degree is represented by the small letter small o, just like that symbol. Understood, ma? Up to there we discussed in this video. Next continuation video, we are having that some other related to in a clock. In a clock also we can measure that angles, no? So we will learn in that next video. Okay, thank you all.